What's going on, family? This is your man, we are Sherelle in studio. This video here, I had saw it years ago, but somebody just sent it back to me, and I thought I want to talk about it. It's like the single motherhood of Black women started decades ago, man. So we talk about how we see a lot of Black single women or kids, mother your children and staying with the father of the child. But it started way long ago. Before 1960, majority of the Black households were together, man. It was like 80% of the household had the mother and the father in there. You did have families that was broken up. You did have Papa had another family on the other side of town that he wasn't living with, but he took care of him and all kind of stuff. I'm not saying that was right. I'm just saying it happened. But in 1986, they did this video right here, and it was talking about how many of these young ladies want to be married to their kid's father. And I found it was disturbing that majority of them said no. It was only one, I think, raised their hand. And one girl said, well, it's hard. You got to think about the child. You got to think about it. It's too hard to think about a family when you got to work and talk about the child, take care of the child. So I thought that was quite disturbing. And who programmed these young women back then to think like that? Because it didn't get no easier, it didn't get no better. And now we're in the year 2025, and I still see a lot of broken homes and blended families and single mothers to this day raising their kids. So we need to correct that, man. We got to go back to the big mama and the big daddies and try to correct that and fight for these youngsters, man, because they think this is the norm, and this is not the norm. This is not how it should be. So let's get into the video. And,
raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility. And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
If you're not disturbed by that video, I don't care. I don't care if you was raised by a single mother, single father. If you're not disturbed by that particular video, out of all those girls sitting around, only one raised their hand and said they want to be married to the kid's father. One lady said, and we're going to go back and watch this video again. She said that it's too hard to think about a family when you got to think about the child and work and take care of yourself. And then one girl said that the man is not substantial. It don't matter about him being in the household. You know, I'm like, the programming, man, the system, when welfare and food stamps came into play and Section 8 came into play, that destroyed the Black family. I saw one documentary, I think it was on YouTube or Netflix, somewhere like that. Anyway, they were saying back then, it was early in the 50s or 60s, they was going by door to door, offering women $15 to help take care of the kids, but the man couldn't live there. And I'm like, at that particular point, damn, we were sold out for $15. I'm not saying the woman sold us out for $15. I'm just saying the system, bro. The system broke a lot of the Black families. And I know I'm going to have people, like one, I wanted to say something, like one troll always in my comments saying some slick. I ignore you for the most part. But anybody who hiding behind an avatar and hiding behind a faceless channel and you ain't got no content, man, shut up, bro. Especially when it comes to issues like this. You probably don't even never had to worry about. You probably like 30-some years old living in your mama basement. But I'm talking about my young sisters out here that was programmed from birth, from the womb, in the late 60s, 70s, 80s. Like in this particular case, these girls probably were teenagers, so they probably was raised in the 70s, born in the 70s. Who programmed them at that age to say, we don't need a man? You know what I mean? That woman need that man about like that man need that woman. It's certain things that man can do that woman can't do. And there's certain things that woman can do for the family that man can't do. But in this particular case, it's heartbreaking, man, because these women, these young girls, you can clearly, they single mothers, and you can clearly say they have checked out on marriage and they have checked out on the man being in the household. A lot of that mess started from feminism. Feminism is a way, it's okay that you feel you can do the same as a man. I ain't mad at you. But don't call me when it's time to remove the damn refrigerator or carry the couch upstairs. You do it. And someone will be like, well, I could do it. The big husky, brawly looking chick probably could. But my thing, most women ain't trying to move a refrigerator and most women ain't trying to move a couch upstairs and TVs and all that. So we need to get away from that feminism and let's get back to our roles. It's okay to be a feminine woman. It's okay to go out and work. It's okay to handle your business as a woman. My wife handled her business as a woman. Handle her business as a woman. But then she come home to her husband. And then we talk and we joke and we ask each other how our day is. But in this case here, these young girls already been trained not to even have a man in the house. I'm just in like one female said, well, I didn't have a father in the house. Somebody got to break these cycles, man. We got to break these cycles. We got to break these chains. The system have destroyed the black family. And somebody will watch them have some nut. Well, the system destroyed all families. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about all families. I'm talking about the black family right now. We know all families matter. We know all dads matter. We know all women matter. It's just like when you go to the dentist. All teeth matter, but you go into the dentist for that one that's broken or hurting. You need that to be fixed and correct. And I'm talking about these young black women here that has been broken or programmed. We got to somehow reprogram them to say, hey, let's get back to the family. Let's get back to the husband and wife. Let's get back to the death do us part. Let's get back to the rich or poor, for better or for worse. So let's get back to that. Let's raise these kids together. We cannot continue operating like this. We cannot continue. I see one rapper out here say he got like 12 kids by 10 different women. Come on, man. You can't be with all those children and women at the same time. Or I could just have them all come over to my house. That ain't how the family structure work. The dad has to be there. A father is so important to his children's lives. I've seen some video on TikTok where the mother was telling the kids something. And out of the blue, you hear the father's voice. Go do it. Jump up. You better get your tail up. And next thing you know, that kid go. When I was a kid, my mom used to tell me something like, oh, whatever, I'll just take a little whooping, ain't no big deal. But let my dad tell you something. Let him tell you something. My dad whooped me one time, maybe twice. I think twice in my life. I ain't never want that smoke no more. Never. Because he set the tone from the word go. And that's how we have to be. That's how the husband and wife have to do today. The father is the disciplinarian, but the mother is the nurturer. And they work together to create that bond for the babies. They create that bond, that nucleus, that protection for those children. So in this case here, man, we're gonna be in a world of hurt if we continue to go on this path. This video right here is 39 years old, and you can already see the effect that's happening today. We got to start correcting these behaviors. Let's go back through this video. Then I'm gonna leave y'all, and y'all just give me y'all commentary.
Raise your hand if you
comments.
would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
She said male figures is not substantially important in the family. This was 1986. One female said that she don't want no man holding her down. That's not what this is about. We're supposed to help each other grow and push each other forward and love on one another. And you, like I said earlier, this is 39 years ago. Things still hadn't changed. People get married. 2 years later, they divorce. People hook up. Oh, that's my man. That's my girl. They procreate a child. Oh, this ain't gonna work. So now dad living over here, mom over here, the child in the middle. You got to go between grandma house here and grandma house. If want to meet another person, now you got an extra set of grandparents. Get your shit together out here. I'm agitated, man, because this is starting to happen too much, man. And I'm telling my kids, don't go out procreating with nobody you don't see yourself deep down you're going to be with. Use protection. Date that person for 5 years. Get married. And marriages don't stop divorces. Marriages don't stop you from leaving and all this stuff, but at least have the years in and the counsel in and the people you can lean on when things get hard. No matter what marriage you in or dating, it always going to be challenges, but that's when you need to have yourself surrounded by people who can talk you through and help you navigate the channels that you are fighting at that particular time. Like I say, man, I'm pretty disturbed. That was his video and this 39 years ago. So with that said, maybe y'all should man, the channel to this video will be in the description box. And please leave your comment. Please share. Please like. Please subscribe. Until next time, man, y'all be good. Maybe y'all sure. Shalom.